I set my dad a challenge on Football Manager. I told him he had to build a team around his favourite Wonderkid striker and a team of his choice. And the challenge would end once dad has managed to win the Champions League and the player eventually wins a Balon d'Or. The club he decided was none other than Ajax, but who is the player that he chose? Dad, I gave you the task of buying your favourite striker.
Yeah.
And then you had to win two things of him. Very much like I did with Samu Omarodion. You had to win the Balon d'Or and you had to win the Champions League with the team that you bought him with.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be easy, but I think this could be the guy that could do it for me. I do like signing this guy when he's when you can get hold of him. He's youngster, because it's the only time really that you want to get him this cheap.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, at the start, you actually overpaid by quite a lot as well, £20 million. But what we decided to do, you've bought him from Inter Milan, Francesco Pio Esposito, the brother, of course, of both Sebastiano and Salvatore. Players, I think these three brothers are probably the most that I've ever bought in terms of a group of players. We always end up getting a few of them, don't we?
Yeah,
in every other now and then in rebuilds.
I would love to get all three of them in the same team.
We've never done that, have we?
No,
that would be quite a funny video.
It would be, yeah.
But anyway, you've managed to pick him up. I mean, at 18 years of age, he already looks quite good. There obviously are some things that he needs to develop, but my task was to you is to build a team around him and see if you can complete those challenges. You decided to go for Ajax. I think it's actually quite a smart club to go for.
We know Ajax are very good at bringing youth through their ranks, so this guy's a young, so they're not going to worry about me putting him right in the deep end.
No.
And as you can see with the tactic I've played there, look, he's straight in the deep end. I'm going to lock this guy in because I want him to perform straight away. And I know if you catch the right side of him, and he will start scoring goals for you. That's when he builds. So hopefully I've got the right side of him in, and he'll be the main kingpin of this team.
Absolutely. I mean, Ajax is a good team to pick as well, because right now they're not the top dogs.
No.
They should be, but they're not. The likes of PSV, the likes of Feyenoord have come in and kind of disrupted the status quo and knocked Ajax off the top perch. We even seen them close towards the relegation zone at some points last season. This season, though, you're taking over as their boss.
Yeah, and I think I've got probably 2 seasons, a little bit of leeway if I don't sort of come in and win everything straight away. So
yeah, I agree.
That's what I'm hoping for, really. There's a couple of old guys that obviously are going to be coming to the end of their contract. He's one of them, Jordan Henderson.
Yeah.
And, Weghorst up front as well. He's a good one to have up there with SPT
to begin with.
Yeah, he's the big target man. He'll be taking all the pressure off him.
Yeah,
and he have a little whip it around him.
Yeah, absolutely. With the updated database, you were given £30 million. £20 million went on Esposito. 30 million went on Amingori. So another fairly young, he's 23 now, but another younger player that you've added to this team that can play up front as well, but also from that left-hand side.
That's where I want him to play.
That's where he's good, I think.
Yeah, and he's going to be getting the balls in there for the big guy and Esposito.
Well, they're both big, to be fair. Weghorst is bigger, but Esposito's no midget.
No, he's not. No.
He ain't your height. He's probably double the size. But with this 4-2-2-2 formation that Dan's kicked things off in season number 1, trying to build a team around Francesco Pio Esposito, how has it begun? Well, to kick things off, you've actually done very well, because in the league you've won 3 out of 3.
Yeah.
4-0, 5-0, 1-0. Yet to concede a goal. Lovely. That's probably because Jordan Henderson's in the team. And you've also progressed through to the Europa League after defeating Anderlecht 4-1 and 2-2. So with the updated database, it goes into the old format still in season number 1, but that's absolutely fine. It does mean that if you only finish in 3rd place, you get a shot at Europa Conference League.
Still all right, yeah.
Yeah, which of course is not the end goal, but it's just obviously a nice thing to have if you do manage to win other cup competitions. Your main task is to really, the first couple of years, not to get sacked.
That's right.
And 2, to develop Esposito as much as what you possibly can.
And build a squad around him. That's what I'm hoping to do.
That's the main task. Building that squad around him to see if he can become the focal point in Ajax and rejuvenate Ajax to become European giants again. But this group, you should progress. Dynamo Kiev will give you a bit of a run for it.
Yeah, I'd be disappointed if I didn't qualify from that group. So,
yeah. Esposito.
Especially with the start I've had, so I look like I'm scoring goals already, so that's ideal.
Exactly, yeah. Good start to the season. And you can see his name dotted around there, even in the European games. He is scoring. He's got scored in 2 of the league games already, as well as Weghorst and the other striker, Brian Broby. So let's see, season number 1. How do we finish? Well, season number 1, you clinched the title already. But the most important thing for me is who is the top scorer and who is the highest average rating, because season number 1, he is up there.
What a start.
41 goals.
What a start. I just couldn't believe my luck to see that the first season. You supply him, he'll score goals for you. I guarantee it. He's worth that gamble in the first season. If you've got the amount of money to buy him, get him in.
I agree.
Take a gamble on him.
I mean, I think the when you kind of fell in love with him as a player on FM, all right, slow down. He didn't match with him on Tinder or anything like that. He's only 18. You're horrible people. When you first fell in love with him on Football Manager, I think was in the Greek League.
Yeah.
When you got him and he just absolutely annihilated me. And I was doing very well and I couldn't touch him. He was just so good. But in this Eredivisie season, you lost 4 games in total, and let's be fair, 3 of them you should be winning.
Yeah, definitely,
But you still won the league by 8 points ahead of Feyenoord. A very good Feyenoord, by the way.
And look how goal difference compared to all the other teams.
62, yeah. Scoring 95 goals across the season. Well, we'll have a look more into that, because top scorer of the Eredivisie is Esposito with 30. 36 more than the player underneath. He's already won himself a golden boot at 18 years old. This is R9 levels.
Yes, definitely, yeah.
I mean, I haven't clicked on him yet because I want to see the development. We're building up to the development, aren't we? But he also had the highest average rating in the league, not just in your squad, in the league. It's shocking that he didn't actually have the most player of the matches, but somehow Ruben van Bommel has come in there with 9. He's had a good season as well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's as good as Esposito, though. I think he deserved more man of the matches, but I'm guessing other players in the Ajax side was winning man of the matches as well.
Definitely, yeah.
Pasveer even got 10 clean sheets, and, you know, he's 40 years of age, and I think if you had checked to see whether he was 40 years of age at the start, you probably wouldn't have spent £30 million on Amin Ghouri. But there we go, Pasveer, at 40 years old, has got 10 clean sheets, just going to show that the old guys can still do it and shoving it in your face in some ways.
There we go.
Other competitions, though.
Yeah.
There's obviously the Dutch Cup and the Europa League. How did you get on? You did go into the Europa Conference League.
Disappointed with that.
Olympiacos, which, funny enough, we were mentioned in the Greek League, was the team that knocked you out.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
To go into that league and then lose it, I was disappointed with that even more. So, yeah.
Yeah, 3-2 away from home, or on aggregate at least.
I've started off better than I thought I was going to start off, so I'm going to take it. I'm happy with it.
Okay. Losing 2 in Europa League is not all bad. You only missed out by a point, really. Losing to Sociedad and Dynamo Kiev at home. That's the one that's cost you big time.
Oh, you got to win your own games in Europe.
Yeah, you drew away to Dynamo Kiev there and won 3, both times against Union, and beating Real Sociedad, who pick up their only loss in that competition. But this I'm disappointed with. I think this one you got to be more disappointed with than the other one.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you would have gone on to face PSV, but even Herenveen managed to defeat you in that managed to defeat PSV in that competition and won themselves a Dutch Cup.
Really disappointed. I mean, I've stuffed PSV in the league, you know, position wise, so I'm the best team in the league.
Yeah, and you beat them in the league 4-1 towards the end of the season.
So yeah, I am so disappointed I didn't go on and win that.
Yeah,
but there you go. I've still got a league title in the bag already, so I'm pleased with that. First season, didn't expect that. 1
league title, and of course,
and a golden boot.
The golden boot for Pio Esposito, which is the main target here. The main target, there wasn't Dad, go and rebuild Ajax. It was about this man.
Yeah.
So in season number 1, the development, as we can see, is already there. A little bit of progression. Not maybe as much as what I thought, but there are a few ones in there which go up quite quickly, and a few green arrows to suggest that we are almost there and progressing, including like the likes of penalty taking, which in terms of goals, they're going to stack up with penalties for sure. I mean, he did get 6 goals in the league in penalties out of 8, so he's missing a couple, 7 across the season to get that 41 in 45. Very impressive. 30 and 31 with 5 assists. really good. And for £20 million, seems a lot worth it now, doesn't it? I mean, he's...
I'd still pay that money for him.
Exactly, yeah. In terms of the current ability, it's gone up. I do like that he's already signed a new contract, and he's still only on 6.5k, which is mental to me. He does have a minimum fee release clause, though, only for clubs in the Champions League. But I don't know whether that counts if you're in the Champions League. I can never remember. This release clause is inactive. There we go, because you're in it.
Yeah.
So as long as you keep qualifying for it, that doesn't matter.
I ain't got a problem, yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. Nobody can come in for him.
But I would say the first couple of seasons, that 16 million isn't going to come into play.
No, it's a little bit later when he carries on getting this amount of goals.
That's when they come sniffing in, isn't it?
Yeah. In terms of the rest of the squad, though, obviously, Weghorst got 18. He's 31 now. I'm sure Dad will look to replace him. I know what you're like. Because you got the transfer budget of £24 million. We know that you can do some damage with that in terms of bringing new players to Ajax to build around Esposito. Whether we'll see this system or not, I would hazard a guess as to no. So let's get forward to season number 2. With Christmas creeping up on us as fast as my hairline is disappearing, I've got something that may be of interest to you from our friends at Manscaped. And it's the latest masterpiece from their range. It's the Chairman Pro. The electric floor shaver for a man like myself who loves a completely smooth finish all around my ears and of course my neck and chest when I want to look my best in the wrestling ring. There is no better tool than the Chairman Pro. And remember, using my code OMEGA at checkout gives you an extra 20% off and free shipping. And that's not just on this product either, that's the whole Manscaped range. But back to the Chairman Pro, it is armed with not just one but 2 interchangeable skin-safe blades, your grooming superheroes as it would be. One to go as smooth to the skin as possible and the other as a stubble trimmer for when you want to leave that sexy shadow but keep it clean. And both of these are keeping you looking sharp while minimizing razor burn, because the last thing you want is to turn up at a Christmas party looking like you lost a fight with a Christmas tree. The blades have a pivoting curve, allowing it to adjust to every curve on your face and is gentle around your neck area. However, there is still also a precision lock on the side of the Chairman Pro if you want the head to sit firm for a precise shave. Again, maybe this or another product on manscaped.com's website would be a perfect gift for one of your loved ones, or even a Christmas gift for yourself. But remember, when you get to that checkout point and you go to purchase, you use the code OMEGA because you get 20% off and free shipping worldwide, and of course you support the channel from doing so. So Merry Christmas everybody from Manscaped. Here is your 20% off and free shipping gift. Pick up something for you today. Right, well, I might have been proven wrong, but I don't see Weghorst leaving the club just yet.
No.
Still sticking around. Van Axel Dongen did go, though, for £7.5 million, cashing on a youngster that maybe you might not choose to use because of the arrival of Amin Gori, which I kind of like. David Klassen's also gone, £3.4 million there. I mean, he's in his 30s as well. And Mika Gertz for £5 million, which... that's not too bad. I've never really seen him before. I'm wondering whether that's like a new player in the updated database who's doing quite well in real life, and they gave him a bit of a boost, which you can get from the fminside.net. But looking at players coming in, though, some money was spent, for sure. Zeno Debas for £22 million, a very good centre-back.
Yes.
20 years of age.
20 years of age.
Yeah.
Good with both feet.
Can be developed into quite a centre-back there, for sure.
That's what I've got him for, yeah. He fits the bill.
Plazzari, £1.4 million. Well, we've already got one keeper.
Well, yeah, but 24.
Yeah.
So that's a, youth. Still a youth. For a goalkeeper, that's really young, isn't it?
Look at him trying to justify keepers. That's one goalkeeper in 2 seasons. Let's keep a tally, shall we? Into the other players. There's a Rennie here as well. I don't recognise names for goalkeepers. We might be all right for now. Another backup striker, I'd suggest. Jose Melro.
20. I'm just hoping that this guy's going to get better.
Sell him, possibly?
That's what I've got ideas on, yeah. So I might even stick him out on loan or something like that. He could be the partner for Esposito, couldn't he? So
maybe he's left-footed. Esposito's right, but he did also bring in Enrique Araujo. So 2 Portuguese strikers coming in. This guy is probably more better suited.
Yeah, I've used this guy before. I know what he's like. He's reliable. So yeah, I'm hoping I can use this guy as well. So,
all right, Peter Ratkoff has also joined. Guess what? He plays up front too.
Well, it gives me the options then if I get any injuries. That's what I always worry about.
Speaking of,
and there you go. Yeah,
the curse on this channel: you sign a new player for the first team, he will get injured. In
my head as well. And you know what I'm like for tactics as well. I like to have probably on my books round about 4 strikers, just in case I decide to go
per position.
3 up front. Because sometimes I like to go 3 up front. So if I know I've got the strikers there, they're there. I'm not saying I've gone 3 up front, but just in case I want to.
He is also very much in the same kind of format, I'd say, as Esposito.
Yeah.
He's 6'4", very strong, quite pacey. Maybe not as good as a finisher.
He's a left-footed as well.
But he's left-footed. He's basically the left-footed version.
I did like this guy.
Yeah, he is good.
21, that's good.
Dukanovic is the final signing. He plays on the wings, but he can play up front.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, injuries. You need a good squad.
Yeah,
he's a youngster again, so yeah, just kind of keeps it there for me. And like he knows where the net is. Look, 14 for finishing.
Yeah,
I'm happy with that. And like you say, he can play right across that top line.
Drum roll, please. Season 2. New tactic or not?
Oh, there we go.
It's pretty much the same.
Almost the same.
There is changes because obviously that one was over there and that one was down there. But very similar shape.
The forward line I didn't really want to change. So
no. Esposito sticking it in that right-hand side in the advanced forward slot. Best pick 11 takes him out, which is obviously the reason why we've got him nailed into that role in there. Now, Univar's another one that's just come in. That's another player developing that you've got to look at and go, oh, how can I eventually get him into my first team?
This is a problem.
He's looking very good.
Yes.
The midfield and defence, I was questioning why you haven't added anybody, and then you do the best 11 pick and you think, oh, that's why. A good player in every single position, I would say. Yeah. To kick things off. You've obviously brought in your goalkeeper. You've got the likes of Jordan Henderson, who's on the unwanted list. Dad's already trying to get rid of him. Come on.
He don't fit the bill for my team, does he? At 34.
Above 30.
All right, his mentors are not bad. He is a really good leadership, captain material. I think he is the captain of the team. But I just didn't. No, he's not for me.
You've never really liked him, have you?
No, I've never really.
Whereas I've always had a huge admiration for Jordan Henderson.
Yeah, of course you have.
Now, I don't mind him as much as what I used to hate him.
I thought his last couple of seasons for Liverpool was probably his best seasons that I've seen him play. And that's when he got into the England team, and he was good then. I thought Liverpool brought the best out of him.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I still didn't like him.
No. I think every time he put an England shirt on, he'd do something silly, like he'd call for the ball on the right wing. As the ball get played for it, it'd go under his foot. And I'll go, oh, I'm trying to like you. Anyway, Jordan Henderson, we're giving you too much hate on a video. That's supposed to be about this man instead. Now, the schedule at the start of the season, he's got 5 in 4 already. So he's started well. Started well.
Yeah, again.
The schedule for the start of the season is all wins.
I haven't conceded a goal.
Not one single goal being conceded.
What a keeper I've just brought in.
This, though, that is incredibly impressive.
Yeah.
Is it because they had to bring on a backup keeper and he sucked? I can't really work it out. Because they've had an injury there in the 7th minute, but I can't see a goalkeeper coming on. Oh, there he is. Oh, he isn't too bad. No, that's just a really good performance on your end.
You're just trying to make an excuse as to how I won 4-0.
Well, I was looking because they had 19 shots to your 10 and you won 4-0. That's why I was looking at it. But then I seen Balon got injured on the 7th minute and I thought, oh, right, here we go. But no, you just took your chances. They didn't.
Hey, when you got this guy playing up front for you, I'm not going to miss many.
Yeah, I mean, he got 1. Aminguri got himself 2 as well. But Plazzari got a 7.9 average rating because he saved 5 shots in on goal when they should have had a 2.66 XG.
Yeah.
No goal scored. What a result that is in Rotterdam against Feyenoord, one of your rivals, if not the biggest rivals for Ajax.
Probably, yeah.
But great result. Now, Champions League. One of the tasks, of course, is to lift the Champions League with this Ajax side. Your first time in the competition. You got Man United, you got Barcelona in there, Chelsea.
I'm happy with this group.
Yeah.
All right, there's Man United, Barcelona, and Chelsea. Like you say, Seville like that, but the rest of them are winnable games, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm looking at that thinking, I've got 3 home games that I should definitely win.
Yeah.
And that could be enough with the 2 away games at the end of the group. You get a couple of points out of that. I'm through.
All right. Best of luck then. Season number 2 of Esposito and Ajax. See what happens. And that is a disappointing end of the season. Wow.
Yeah, right disappointed there.
Champions are the team that you stuffed
4-0.
And we made such a big deal about it.
I couldn't believe it, to be honest with you. Don't know what went wrong this season.
No.
I mean, 7 points as well. That's
some way off.
That's bad.
Some way off. You lost 7 games in total. I mean, I can see the reason why.
I wasn't scoring enough.
No, you were
6
losing
of those
against
games, I
some
didn't score a
very
game.
bad sides as
Yeah.
well. Go Ahead Eagles, I mean, are any of them near the bottom? I mean, Go Ahead Eagles, actually, are being a bit harsh on. They're in 8th place. I was trying to see if you were losing to clubs that were getting relegated. Willem 2 was one of them, 14th. They finished that you lost to. But other than that, you kind of lost against mid-table sides.
Yeah.
Not beating the mid-table sides.
stopped scoring.
Drawing as well, 2-0.
Yeah.
That's your trouble.
Yeah.
Speaking of goals then, was it affected by Esposito? I mean, you did score still the most in the season and only conceded the second least. So really, it's results.
Yeah.
You're not scoring in the right places.
No, that's right.
You're battering teams like you did final 4-0 where you
Yeah.
could have done 2 of those goals elsewhere.
Yeah.
I always hate that. I always
Yeah.
think that. I'm like, have I just scored 4 goals then and then 0? Why can't I take 2 of those goals and put them in that game? Anyway, Esposito still won the Golden Boot. Just.
Only just, but he's still there though. So
Santiago Jimenez, who is going to be one of those players who is going to cause you a lot of trouble in this save.
Yeah.
Scoring a lot of goals for Feyenoord. Amingori got the second highest average rating. No sign of Esposito there. And Amingori got the most man of the matches. At the minute, he's stealing the show.
yeah, it was a good signing as well. He's getting the ball in,
Absolutely.
so he's doing his job.
16 goals and 12 assists. Incredibly good
Yeah.
for a left winger.
Got to be pleased with that.
Really good. Plazari, the new goalkeeper. 17 clean sheets.
Got to be happy with that. haven't you?
Yeah, not too bad at all.
Yeah, he's not bad, is he?
So, how is this season in total? It's a disappointing league campaign, but what about the other competitions? It's really bad.
Disappointing all the way through. Yeah.
I'm shocked you're still in the job.
Yeah.
3rd round by Heracles.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, I don't
really
know.
poor. B-, where are they getting a B- from? How are they going, really happy with that. We'll take that season. 3rd place, 3rd round of the
I
cup.
think if it'd been the other way around, this had been my first season, and then my first season had been the second, you'd have understood it.
Yeah.
Because this looks like I've just started building a team.
Yeah, yeah.
This season. So I think the first season has just outdone me. Really. I've just thought I hit the heights that I wanted to hit, but too early.
I mean,
So
noticeable criticism from the supporters. Disappointed in Bertrand Traore's recent performance. What about not winning the competition? What about how he's actually doing in the league? I mean, you haven't been given a budget. That looks worrying.
Yes. How can you be building a team around this?
You got 100% still in the transfer revenue, but that looks quite worrying. Okay, Esposito, 30 goals. The goals behind him looks good.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just one man, it was quite a few. I mean, even Kenneth Taylor, who's a centre mid's got quite a good goals and assists ratio there. Peter Ratkoff,
He
who
still
looked
played
like he was
43 games as well. So
Yeah.
it's not as though he had bad injuries and didn't
No.
play like half a season or something. So
Peter Ratkoff looks like he's now the secondary striker.
yeah, that's what I brought him in for, isn't it?
So, Esposito, the development on him. Oh, this was an upgrade. And it's weird how, like, last season, we didn't see that much in terms of an upgrade. But this, I mean, you can see here, +2 in anticipation, +2 in composure, even +2 in off the ball. Really important things in terms of a
Finishing's gone up
striker.
as well.
His finishing's gone up
First
one.
touch gone up.
It's all looking rather impressive.
Yeah. So really, when you see that side of it, that's a good season.
For development.
Yeah.
For
if you-
trophies, no.
If you look at that, you'd think, oh, you've won something with him developing that good.
Yeah, yeah. He did. Speaking of trophies, we're going to look at the individual trophies as well when I remember to look at it. The European Golden Boy. Now that is a competition to win.
Yeah.
This was one last year, but obviously we don't see it until this year. That is really impressive. Jude Bellingham, the names on this list. Jude Bellingham, Gavi, Pedri, Haaland, João Felix, De Ligt, Mbappe.
And that was his first season.
Anthony Martial. Esposito is one of
Raheem
the names on
Sterling.
this. Yeah, yeah. It goes down. You can see even more famous names down there. The likes of Rooney, Messi. Ronaldo never won it, unless he won it previous.
Yeah.
But yeah, he never won it. Esposito is the latest winner of that. He even won the next gen runners up. I mean, who actually won that? Zaire Emery. Fair enough. Jarell Hato was also in 3rd place for that one, which is quite impressive. That's your centre-back, left-footed centre-back. Okay, so a decent season for Esposito. Not a decent season on the pitch, which makes me think this is definitely going to change shape this time round.
He probably will be, yeah.
But there's not a lot of money in there,
No.
or wage either, which means probably we're going to say goodbye to a few people as well.
Yes.
Now, I expected a lot busier of a window. Wasn't to be.
No.
£51 million did go out, though, from one player in Sivert Mansverk. That's your centre midfielder gone.
Yes. Taking a chance here. But I needed the money. And when someone comes in with that price, especially Real Madrid, he wanted to go as well. You know, it's hard to sort of keep players back when Real Madrid comes back and you're only playing for. I say you're only playing for Ajax. You're playing for Ajax, but Real Madrid are such a bigger team.
The biggest club in the world.
So he wanted to go.
Carlos Borges is also left for £9 million. I'm surprised by that one because of how young he is and how well he's actually done for you in that last season that you did decide to sell. But fair enough. He's left for £9 million. Sky Vink also going for £6 million. He can sometimes progress. He just needs game time to do so. But you can't give everybody game time because, of course, you're giving one guy the game time that he needs.
Yeah.
But there's only one player coming in. And he's not even a goalkeeper. Ousmane Diomande for £41 million. I like the signing, don't get me wrong. Very good player.
21. What a centre-back this guy is. So when you're getting youth players in and you can get someone of this calibre in for that price, it's worth a chance, I think.
The epitome of a ball-playing defender too.
Yeah, he is, yeah. It's a lot of money for one player, but I just know he's in for as long as I've got Esposito now, I think.
Yeah.
I don't have to change him. He's going to be reliable for me. He's good with both feet. I mean, come on.
Vision off the ball as well. Brings the ball out of defence.
His strength as well. That's what I like about him.
6'3", towering figure. Is a great signing. £40 million might seem a lot. I don't think so for Diomande. I think that's a bargain.
I think it's a bargain, yeah, definitely. So, but if that's all the money I've got, then I still think that's a good.
As you can see, that is all the money that you have spent. But
I think that's a good transfer window.
Let's see how many players we can buy for Ajax. It's seeing how you can improve them with Esposito in the side as the main focal point. Now, we are seeing a change of tactics. We're locking in Zeno de Bast even. But without restriction, Esposito goes in. However, some news on the front of Esposito. No, he's not won the Balon d'Or just yet. He has a new contract, 45 grand a week. He deserves it. And there's a new minimum fee release clause.
That's what I wanted to put in. I just wanted to make sure that no one was going to come in for that 60 million. That 60 million was starting to worry me now.
Yeah, but you had qualified for the Champions League, so it was okay.
Yeah, I know that.
You just scraped through.
It just
well, to be fair, you had to qualify for the Champions League.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so as soon as I hadn't that third position, I thought I was getting worried. Then I'm thinking someone could come in 60 million. It's a bargain.
Yeah.
So got him in for a new contract. Stuck that 170 million on it. Hopefully that sort of pushes everybody away for a little while. Gives me a couple of seasons now.
And he is looking rather impressive at 20 years of age now. And you're training to moves into channels. Dad's evolving. He's using player traits now. I should be worried. But has he had a good start to the season? Indeed. 5 in 4 again. 2 assists. Very similar to what we've seen at the start of last season. High average rating as well. So that tactic then, as we can see, it would be more kind of like... Actually, to be fair, Diomande might slip into that DM role. He's very good there.
I bought him to play in my back four, but he's so good in that role as well.
Yeah.
And when you've got a player of that sort of calibre that can sort of like, you think, he's solid there as well.
Just let him.
Let him play there,
Yeah, let him.
It's it's an extra player, an extra midfielder I've got, really.
Yeah. Oh, it's great to see Jordan Henderson still in there. 35 years of age, still unwanted for $5 million. Nobody's come in for him, so he's still in the team.
I couldn't get rid of him, and he still comes out as one of the best
still
midfielders
turns
I've got.
Up early for training.
Yeah.
Right, boss, I've got you an apple. And you're like... He is still here.
How many times have I got to tell him I like pears, not apples?
Okay, schedule. Starting things off. There's a couple of draws, but they're in the Champions League qualifying stages. And you've qualified.
Yes.
You've had to go through 2 rounds. One against Antwerp. It was a ropey start, 2-2. Smashed them 7-2, with the highlight being Amin Ghouri getting 4. Then Celtic, 4-2 at home. Esposito getting 1 there. 1-1 when you had to go to Celtic Park. A good result there.
That is a good result.
Which can be a dangerous place to go.
Definitely can be, yeah.
We praised Esposito for his good start in the season. All 4 goals came in 1 game there.
He likes to score at home.
Yeah, he got quite a lot of one in there. And I think did he score at the other? It must be in that one. Yeah, he did in that one there. So he got 4 goals in one in the other. But let's see then. We've started off the season well. We're in the Champions League, thankfully, again. It's obviously an upper opportunity to win it. And these are the teams that you got to play. Rangers Olympiacos to start off with, both at home. Friendly, that is. That's a friendly draw.
I've just done away with Celtic, so I would feel confident with playing Rangers at home.
Yeah.
So definitely there. I'm happy with those 2 games. 2 home games. I should have 6 points out of those 2 games.
There's 3 alarming games in there.
100%.
Ending with the hardest one.
I mean, you've got the 2 best Spanish teams right there.
Yeah,
The best French
both away.
team. So, it's not an easy group.
No,
Bayern Leverkusen,
that's probably
as well.
that's probably one of the hardest games of football in the world.
Yeah.
So get the job done before.
So
then.
I've got to hope that the first 2 games I'll win. I've got to win my first away game against Marseille, and then the Dynamo Kiev game. I'm going to win that game as well, and I'll be all right then.
Get those 4 and you'll be free. All right, season number 3 then. Esposito's enjoying his time with his brand new contract. Jordan Henderson's still knocking around, and we've only signed one goalkeeper. This doesn't seem like an Omega Dad rebuild whatsoever, but let's see what happens. Well, we're back at the top.
Yes.
And that's good. That is very good. By 6 points too.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I mean, final
scored a
dropped
few
off
more goals, yeah.
down to 6th place.
Yeah.
Where have they fell off? But still, losing 6, we'll take it. We still got the title.
I'm disappointed because when you look at the teams that I've lost against there, no PSV was there, they no.
Yeah.
So,
But that's actually a good thing in a way. You lost 6, but didn't lose against the 2 teams around
so
you.
I'm beating the teams around me, but then you look at those games and think that's silly games to lose, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I've got to take it because I still won the league.
Yeah, absolutely. What I will notice is that the Eredivisie has actually lost a Champions League spot,
Yes.
which is worrying because if you do have a season like you did last year, that's a season out of the Champions League.
and
Could be your job gone.
I've got to keep winning the league then,
Yeah.
That's the only way around it.
Esposito, though, wins another Golden Boot.
Yes.
And he's back up there with 35 goals. Now, just a reminder, you can only play 34 games in this league. So that is incredibly impressive.
Yeah.
Getting 35 goals there. Very
Average
good
ratings,
stuff
he's
from
up there as well. Like 2 of my players took over that.
Yeah, he's just in behind Devon Wrench there with 7.69. 7.60 is Esposito. Really good. And he's got 5 man of the matches alongside Peter Ratkoff, who's also doing quite well this season. Maybe turned a bit of a provider for Ajax. But I think statistically, obviously you scored 24 more goals than anybody else. The clean sheets, or in terms of goals conceded, quite high still.
Yes.
For a team that's winning the league.
Yeah.
But it's enough, because I think obviously with your points tally compared to last season you had 75 and nowhere near the title. 78 that time.
Yeah.
2 seasons ago was 80, so only 2 points off of that first season. Maybe I'm being a little bit harsh, but you want to see some dominance eventually.
Well, the thing is, all right, I'm scoring enough goals to win the league, but it's the goals that I'm conceding then, really, that's the ones where I'll lose to the silly games.
Yeah.
But when I come up against the teams in Europe, I can't afford to be
That's the trouble.
conceding goals.
Yeah.
So
you can't outscore a Barcelona or a Real
you won't
Madrid.
do it. You won't do it. So, no, I've got to seriously look at the defence now.
Okay, well, competitions then. Let's see what has happened in other competitions, including the Dutch Cup, which we have yet to win. And we still have yet to win. Semi-final by FC20. Beating you on penalties.
Disappointed.
Yeah.
I felt that was I thought that was going to be mine this time.
Especially because you go up against NEC or Heron Vienne. So a final between FC20 and NEC. Ooh, it's an opportunity lost in that competition.
2 cup games, I feel that, or 2 cup seasons, I feel that I've missed out
one.
there.
Yeah. In terms of the Champions League, though, knockout playoff round is where you got. It was a Leipzig elimination this time round. It's a tough one because they're good, but
I'm disappointed. But it's experience.
It's how far you got. It's disappointing, isn't it?
Yes, I felt I should have went a little bit further than that.
League phase down in 20th.
Yeah.
Lost 3. So you didn't lose to PSG. You got absolutely stuffed both times you went to Spain.
Yeah.
You also lost when you went to Ukraine.
That's the game I felt
1-0.
I really needed to win.
Yeah. 2 draws. Still no PSG
Marseille,
there.
I felt Marseille was the game I should have won as well.
Yeah, but you beat the other French team instead 4-2 when PSG came visiting.
I won
and
my
you
own
won
games.
the first 2.
I won my own games.
Yeah.
That was the most important.
But no trophies again, unfortunately. Let's have a look, though, at Esposito. 39 goals, 10 assists in 49 games, starting 1 off the bench. So he's had a cracking time. There are clubs coming in for him, or Bayern Munich at the very least. Development-wise, though, look at that.
It's getting better all the time, isn't he?
Yeah, now he's looking like a world-class type of player already. We're only 3 seasons in.
Training's done him well. Like he's moving into the channels
He's
as well.
moving
now,
in
so
there.
getting
He's doing all right.
Yeah.
Milestones. Let's see. Did he win anything? Dutch young player. That was obviously last season. So Ajax season best 11. No trophies this year, but he is only 20. All right. So we're not quite at the point where he's too old for them. He still should be winning them.
I mean, he's only 20. We've got 3 seasons of him already and won 2 leagues out of him as well. So
Yeah.
going the right way, but going the right way, I reckon.
In terms of the transfer budget to build teams around him, minus 16 million.
What am I supposed to do with that?
Which is really weird because you have £158 million in the budget and no debts or loans.
I think they're just looking at my team and thinking, you got a good enough team. We're winning the league here. Why should we be giving you any money?
It's really harsh.
I can't believe it. I'm thinking, what are you doing?
Think maybe if you do it in installments at some point, the transfer debt's 61 million. That might be the reason why.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I can think of because the overall balance is healthy. It's arguably the highest it's been since for a while.
It probably is, because if you look on there as well, next season's wage budget is still...
next season's wage budget is next season's minimum is 0.
Yeah, so... It looks like next season I'm not going to do money neither. So
No, maybe it's the transfer debt.
I've got to generate my own money, and so this is where it becomes quite difficult, really, because then you've got to be looking at selling players, the ones that you feel are all right in certain positions, but guaranteeing yourself that you can find a better player for that position.
Yeah, or one that's already at the club.
Yes.
Remember, Ajax have an incredible youth academy. There are some big names in here. I mean, also just clicking on this straight away, there's a 15-year-old fullback. There's a 5-star at left back. I'd be looking at that going, oh, in a couple of seasons' time, I'm probably going to be using him. Yeah. Because he looks great. I know sometimes you fail to look at this, which could be your downfall sometimes, including some obviously potential ability of young players in your first team that may be not given the game time that they deserve. You did lock in one in DeBast, who you bought in, and I think that was a good move because he has developed quite nicely.
Yes.
So more players like that, give them the game time.
When you look at that sort of player, he wasn't that good when I locked him in.
No.
And I conceded a few goals.
Yeah.
So you think, all right, but it's worked.
Yeah, it's worked in terms of his development. He's a better player for it anyway. All right. That was season number 3. What's the season number 4 bring us? Now, in terms of players leaving the club, there were some. And I'm surprised by a couple of them, I must admit. Univar might not have been a player that I would have sold myself personally, but I can see why you've done it.
Yeah.
£22 million bringing into the club. I mean, there was another £10 million on this youngster here. I would have done that 100%. Yeah, he would have been gone. Yeah, I'd have walked into the airport.
I couldn't believe Arsenal giving me $10 million for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, for him, sure. Sorry, I'm not calling him that.
Bang out of order, if I'm honest. A lot of players also left on free transfers, which we can see, which means the wage budget, is going down.
Yeah.
But then the wage budget's gone back up because there are a lot of players that's come in. Only £9 million spent.
But when you look at this,
a lot of players come in.
There's a few good free signings I've got in here.
Well, actually, to be fair, I'm looking more at the players you have spent money on. But that's just me because I know how good this man can be.
Yeah.
Naipan is arguably up there as one of the best Wonderkids that you could potentially do as a centre midfielder. There's reason why there's clubs looking at him in real life all the time.
I mean, I know what is my type of player, and he can play in so many different positions, but he looked very strong on both feet as well. So you can understand why I'm going for this type of player. When I've seen him, I thought, yes, you fit my bill. You're only 20. You're only 19. You're only going to get better.
Yeah. You also cost just 2.9 million.
It's such a bargain, isn't it, for a player that's play like that?
He's got a goal and 3 assists in 4 games.
Yeah.
What a start in a new league for him. So Naipan, a great signing there. £3.4 million on Carlos de Silva. Hey, that's a good player.
18-year-old.
Yeah.
Strong with both feet as well. Again, I do like players who you can put on either feet.
Ajax do have a reputation of picking up players from South America.
Yes.
Uruguayan. There was a big Luis Suarez.
Yes, yeah.
Knocking around in an Ajax shirt, if I remember correctly. We've also got Dennis Hussein Basic from Manchester City. German, £2.5 million. Good squad player, that one.
Yeah, he
plays everywhere.
He's just going to help me out anywhere. A little bit of experience in the midfield, I feel.
Yeah. Doesn't cost a bomb in terms of wages.
No.
Unlike Jadon Sancho has in his career.
Well,
180 grand.
It's a lot of wages, but he was free. And I just felt, well, it's a little bit of experience again in the team. You get a few injuries, and it's ideal to have someone like this coming through, I feel. And he's going to do a job for me, I feel.
All right.
I can use him on both sides of the, on the wings as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think he'll do a job for me. I was quite chuffed that I got him.
Okay. All right. I can see why. Oh, it's just 180 is a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of wages, but then I did get rid of a lot of players, so the wages was there to use, wasn't it?
Yeah. There's another player that's come in here as a youngster. We've neglected him, but maybe we shouldn't have, because for 200k, that's quite good. Not bad.
all right, if he
He's
doesn't
in the youth team
if
straight
he,
away.
if
but
he doesn't get good enough to be into my team, I'm going to sell him on.
Yeah,
I mean,
great
he's already
physicals and
worth
mentals,
14 million, so
for sure.
he probably can go out for 8 million now if you
Yeah.
want to put him up.
Hey up, Aiden. No, that's Aiden. Calm down, mate. I'm not talking to you. It's a player that you signed on a free transfer.
Yeah.
22 years of age, good midfielder, not bad. I mean, he's star rating's not given him, but attribute-wise, he looks better than what they're rating him.
It's just boasting my squad up. This guy is really. I feel.
James McAtee.
Yeah.
I mean, he's quite good. Plays in a number of different positions again. Quite attacking.
Yeah. I'm very pleased with that one as well.
Another free transfer.
It just helps my squad get a little bit bigger, stronger. I feel.
Yeah. Gabri Vega though might give him a game in terms of
This
gameplay.
guy, I think this guy here will be in my team for a while. He is very, very good, and he gets better as well as he gets older. I feel.
Yeah, he does. Finally, another goalkeeper. I wondered whether even Dad did this save. It's our second goalkeeper. It's Elia Capriel joining on a free.
Only 25 as well, so I have signed 2 young keepers. So
Yeah.
I should be turning around and saying I'm not going to sign any more goalkeepers. I'm not going to promise that. No. But he's a good goalkeeper for his age as well.
Italian goalkeepers are good. You signed 2 of them already.
I have, yes.
And then we finally got Fermin, who is a loan deal from Barcelona, and a good loan deal too.
Yeah, I mean it's ideal. He plays right across that front midfield, front three. So yeah, any injuries comes in, and he might even get into the team, the first team.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've just got him in. I think it's ideal.
All right. Well, tactically then things had to change surely, and they have.
Yes.
We're still quite attacking. 4-2-2.
We've got to be. I'm the best team in this league.
Yeah. But
so that's what I'm trying
your
to
aim
do.
is to win the Champions League.
Yeah.
That's what's costing you at the minute. Esposito still up front with Ratkov. I am liking that front four for sure.
Yes. I'm like this Sancho. I said he would probably be at one of the wings. There he goes.
It does mean that Diamonde is forced to go at centre back because, of
Yes.
course, he cannot play centre midfield. So going in at centre back might help that situation.
Well, I was conceding goals last season,
Yeah.
so he's just gone in there to sort of sew that up now and make it a little bit better. And the new goalkeeper's gone in as well.
Yeah, because now you've got the depth of Diamonde Chatalo, who's obviously your second best centre back. Then Uriel Hato, who plays either centre back or left back, and Zeno de Bast. I keep calling him the wrong name. Zeno de Bast.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of options in there.
4 fighting for 2 places. So
Yeah.
that's good competition, really.
Guess who's still here?
I've tried getting rid of him, but no one wants him.
And he's still got 2 years left in his contract.
Oh no, yeah. 36.
Oh, Jordan, he's really holding on to win this Champions League.
He's a good player to come in if you get an injury or something like that,
To
or
see the game out.
70 minutes gone. Yeah, get him in. He'll
All
see
right,
it for you.
schedule then. We've lost the game. No, that's friendly. No worries. No panics. It's because we played so many qualifiers in recent seasons. We haven't this year. It's 4 games and it's 4 wins. There have been some goals being conceded, but you're battering them in.
I'm scoring a lot of goals, yeah.
All right, let's look at the Champions League fixtures then. As we can see, Sporting to start things off.
That's a lot easier, isn't it?
Well, Bayern,
Until the finish.
Tottenham, and PSG. Oh, yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I've got to get that job done before I get to the last 2 games.
Yeah. Well, the last game anyway. Right, season number 4 then. Are we going to win a Champions League? I doubt it at this point, but a bit of progression past that knockout playoff round is probably what we'd like to see.
I'd like to think I can get further in the Champions League this season.
And for the love of God, let's win a Dutch Cup or not.
Yeah.
Well, all right, another league title and a good points tally as well. 11 points ahead, but 84 in total is huge.
Scored a lot more goals as well.
Ooh, didn't you just? 102 goals. Really good in terms of the goals. 66 goal difference, double the amount of PSV, who was in second place. Lost 4. Lost to both PSV and Feyenoord, in fact, and AZ Alkmaar, who are in third place. Drawing 3, both games to Herenveen. They seem to be a bit of a bogey team.
Yeah, you always get 1 team, don't you?
Failing to beat PSV this season.
Yes,
but still
I was
beating them to the
disappointed
league.
with that more than anything, really.
Yeah.
But pleased they won the league.
Esposito,
He's there
though,
again,
still winning the Golden Boot.
So I'm right in saying now that that's 4 seasons I've had him, and he's top scorer all 4
All
seasons.
4 times, yeah. He also has the most man of the matches and the highest average rating across the whole season.
What a season then.
A dominant season for him. I'm excited to see the development this year.
Definitely, he's got to be so much better now. To do that,
Yeah, there must be a bit of a step up. But before we do that, is there a Dutch Cup with our name on it? Yes, there is. I mean, we're going to ignore the fact that you went out to Tottenham, but in the Dutch Cup, You beat NEC in the final.
Yes.
It was a good... Oh, you beat PSV in the semi as well. Quarter-final for Fortuna Sittard. You got the job done. 2-1. Dutch Cup for the first time in... How many years? Whoa, that is... Since Eric Ten Hag was around.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. But there we go. The Dutch Cup has Ajax's name on it once again.
Pleased with that.
I quite like the look of the Dutch Cup as well.
Yeah,
it's an interesting looking trophy.
Ones, yeah.
But Champions League, round of 16 by Tottenham Hotspur, 4-3.
Disappointed with that scene. I did get through. So
Knockout playoff round, it was. You beat Celtic in that one. So
beat them
in the league phase then. Oh,
just.
Whoa. On goal scored by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Because you had the same amount as Valencia, who gotta feel hard done by him.
Tottenham come second, and so they knocked me out.
Yeah.
So
you lost to them in the league phase 3-2. Lost to Bayern and Sporting. Drew to PS. They can't beat you.
No.
You're their bogey team.
I've got them done.
Yeah. And 2 wins against Malmo and Lille as well. All right. So let's see then. 34 goals from Esposito. That's even more impressive from Maminguri.
Yes.
28 and 13 from the wing. Ratkov having a good season as well. So that's good. All good signs, really. Naipan, first season, 15 goals. I like that. But Esposito, as you can see, he's wanted again. But there's a stack of clubs coming after him now.
It's the top teams and everything around him as well. That's what I'm worried about.
But in terms of ability, he is now your best player.
Yeah.
Oh, and you can see why.
Wow. Made him world class now, so he's going to be very hard to keep. I'm just hoping I can keep hold of him for the challenge.
Yeah.
Am I going to lose him before I can win the Champions League? That's the problem, isn't it?
In terms of all time, look at the attribute rise that we can see here under the development.
That's some season he's had in it.
Yeah. So, I mean, just this season alone, we're looking at 12 months. There's a lot of up arrows there as well. But what a season indeed for Francesco Pio Esposito, who is still only 21.
I mean, I would still pay the £63 million for him.
Yeah, you would. You would.
If I had 70 million in the bank, bang.
How much do you have in the bank? 189, but minus 18 budget. Debts and also transfer debt's gone up to 20.
Jordan Henderson, you've got to go, mate. I need your wages.
He's the reason.
He's on big wages, isn't he?
He is definitely the reason. I mean, Jordan is still knocking around. Well, he was anyway at the start.
There he
36. Is. Asking concerns over being replaced. Leave then. Disappear. You say he's on high wages. He's only on 37 grand. You're playing Weghorst double.
Yeah.
So he's the one who needs to go. He hasn't played a single game.
There's quite a few players that have got a lot more money on it.
Exactly. So maybe a few players need to leave. Let's see if they do. Now, there was some big names who left the club, including Josep Chitalo, who's gone to Saudi Arabia. 43 million.
Well, the money's there, and he wanted to go there as well. And I had to get some more signings in, and
it's gone on 750 grand a week.
I'm not going to argue against that. He's going to want to go straight away, and as soon as it's offered him, and you can't blame him.
No.
But money talks, done it. So yeah, I'd let him go. Thanks very much for what you've done. I've got to replace him. That's the problem.
Yeah. Cashing in, because you also sold another 37 million.
Yeah.
Elia Capril joined him.
Yeah.
Same club, going for 21 million. Signed on a free, sold for 21. Good bit of business.
Yes.
Some other names going out here.
There's a few players that I haven't used very much, so I've got some good money in for them for what I feel, really. But my main concern really was Esposito. I had Liverpool sniffing around him.
Yeah.
They offered 90 million, I think it was. And
as we can see here, he is unhappy. A transfer was blocked.
And that was the problem. He was unhappy about it. They offered 90 million. You can see what his transfer value is at the moment. The board sometimes, I know they step in sometimes, and they take a deal, don't they? Even though I got 170 million buy-it clause on him, 90 million to them is a lot of money, isn't it?
Yeah.
And their bid was getting bigger and bigger each time, and it come up to 90 million. And I thought, oh my god, what can I do? What can I do? They're going to let him go. So I come up with a good. You'll love this plan. You'll love it. I come up with a hell of a good plan.
Let's see it.
I signed his brother.
Sebastiano joins.
I thought, how can I make him happy again? How can I make him stay? And I thought, his brother's a striker, I'm sure he is, and he's just as young as well. And I thought, so I looked for him, found him. I thought, he's bound to stay with his brother's there. He wouldn't leave if his brother was there, would he? And I didn't have to pay him much for him as well. So I thought, he ain't that good, but he could be. Worth taking a chance? Yes, it is worth taking a chance. What a plan that was.
Well, there's only one flaw in the plan, right? Is his brother's coming on 50 grand a week.
Yeah.
And you just said he's nowhere near as good as a player. He's on the same amount of money.
But I struggled to get his brother in it. He didn't want to come at first. So so I thought that's a hell of a plan. So I'm hoping he stays because of that now.
All right. Dad's master plan. Rate it down in the comments. What do you think of that master plan? Bringing in his brother. Is that genius or is that absolutely maniacal? We'll have to find out.
If he ain't, I'll just sign the other brother.
Because his dad, does he work in football at all or what?
He's a sponge man, I'm sure he is. I've seen it somewhere.
There was more players who did join, though. A couple of free transfers. Roger Ibanez from Saudi Arabia. Obviously, a very good centre-back for Chitalo.
So,
I think they basically just swapped clubs, if I'm honest. They have, both from Al Ali. Miguel Gutierrez on a free transfer. Very good left-back.
Oh, I do like this guy as a left-back. If you can get hold of this guy as well, he's well worth the money you pay for him as well.
Absolutely. We got a couple of more players. Joris Chatard is one I recognise. £41 million.
Yeah.
There's your Jordan Henderson replacement right there.
100%. This guy is so good at 25 as well. So, yeah, he's very good.
He is a star of the league.
Yeah.
But this man, I mean, I don't recognise the name. So are we in new gen season already? We are indeed. 18 years of age. It's a goalkeeper. Of course it is.
Yes.
Elia Capriel
He's
left.
He's going to be a good
million.
Keeper. He is going to be a good goalkeeper, I feel.
All right. Maybe you've locked him in.
Worth taking a chance.
You have. I knew you would have. Right, a 4-2-3-1 formation.
It's worth taking a chance, isn't it?
With Lopo locked in. So Esposito's brother joins as a striker, and there's no position at the club for him.
No, not yet.
And he's got a battle against 3 other players by the looks of it, because there's a couple of youngsters who look quite good as well, including Ratkov, who's unhappy that you've been transfer listed. Try and get rid of him. So Esposito doesn't even make the bench. He is available for the B team, though. Jordan Henderson is also available for the B team. So maybe he gets to play with Big Jords instead. But there we go. So Lopo would go in there. That's what the team would look like in terms of a best 11 this season.
I think it's good. I think my defence is a lot stronger now.
Yeah.
It's worth taking the chance with the young goalkeeper because of the defence, the 4 in front of him. The midfield as well, I think it's quite strong. So I'm hoping it'll be a good season. Okay,
well, the start of the season, only conceded a couple of goals, 1 or 5 games as well, including beating Feyenoord. But we've already seen before, you can do that quite comfortably and then still lose.
Yeah.
Lose to Tayo. You did also beat PSV Eindhoven 5-0 in the Cup, but you can never really tell whether that's a good result or not, because they might not play all their best players, etc. So, let's have a look at the Champions League fixtures at the start of this season then. How are your chances of going through? Ending in Inter Milan away from home, which is a tricky one.
It's not,
but I would say that's probably the easiest,
I was going to say, that's the easiest group I've been in, I believe. So, I'm very disappointed if I don't go through. And I'm hoping I'll go a little bit further than what I normally do there.
Yeah.
If the draw's going my way, I could be a little bit higher in the group.
Yeah.
And that sort of gives you a bit of an easier game then as well. So.
Yeah. You reached the knockout playoff round 2 seasons in a row, but got to the quarterfinals, or the round of 16, last season. It's the quarterfinals you're targeting, really. In terms of Esposito, we didn't check his milestones last season. Dutch Young Player of the Year, Eredivisie Golden Boot, nothing really else. We're not seeing any Balon d'Or wins just yet. If we are to look at that competition in terms of who has been winning it, it has been dominated by Kylian Mbappe the last 3 seasons.
You've got to be doing something special to beat them 3 guys, haven't you, really?
Exactly. So, season number 5 then. Can we start getting on the ladder of lifting that trophy? Well, a very impressive league campaign. 89 points, 16 points you won the league by.
Scoring for fun as well.
Yeah.
Only lost for 8.
Only conceded 21. Didn't concede more than 2 against any other club.
Young lad in goal. Oh, what a gamble. And it pays off as well, look.
Lost 3 games. All of them were 2-1 losses. So you scored in every single one. Yeah. You also drew. So you only didn't score in 1 game. And that was against Go Ahead Eagles.
Yeah.
So quite an impressive statistic there as well for you. The goal difference of 93. But was it all because of Esposito? It was. Not Sebastiano, though.
No.
Francesco, the younger brother, getting 46 goals.
I mean, that board there, I've just took it over, and I really.
Yeah.
Second goal scorer, one of my players. Average
rating. A reminder that you only play 31 or 32 games.
Yeah.
And he got 46 goals. That's impressive. That is really impressive. And he's looking fantastic again.
He's there now, isn't he? And he's wanted to again now.
He's not unhappy, though,
no.
at this point.
Well, he won't be. One of his brothers in there. He's like, hey, come on. They're living together.
I can't believe you're here. His brother hasn't kicked the ball in a year, but he's all right. That's fine. Amin Gori also got 26.
I mean, sometimes that wins the golden boot, doesn't it? 26.
Yeah, I don't think Esposito got that in the second year. He also has the 2 highest average ratings there. Loku got the most clean sheets, though. It's Xavier Lopo. And the development has been good for him this season.
Oh.
He's a couple of seasons away, I reckon, from being really good.
19 is a keeper like that already.
Yeah, quite impressive.
Yeah.
15 clean sheets, only conceding 17 goals in his first season.
I mean, I've got to put it down to the defence I've got in front of him as well.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Yeah. So really good. But can you crown that with a double or maybe the Champions League? It's a double. Oh, it's a semi-final finish. It's the best season yet.
Yes.
By a mile.
I was really pleased with this season.
Really good. So let's look at the Dutch Cup first. A win against FC Twente in the final, which, by the way, FC Twente is the team that Dad is in the race to the Super League challenge that we have started. So go and check that one out. The semi-final knocked out PSV again, so they can't get past you in that semi-final. That's 2 seasons in a row you've knocked out, but 2 seasons in a row you've gone on to win the competition. Very good stuff.
Yeah.
But this is really unlucky. Semi-final loss to Manchester City, who went on to beat Barcelona in the final on
They
penalties.
didn't give me a tanking neither, so
No, not at all. 4-2.
That close now.
Yeah, 3-2 loss in the first leg, 1-0 in the second leg. Knocked out Arsenal, your favourite club, on the way. Round of 16, knocked out Chelsea.
Hey?
Wow, some big clubs being knocked out here. Knockout playoff round, Napoli.
Yes, another big club, really.
So once again, the league phase didn't finish in the top 8, but you're in 14th place there, which is better than what we have seen for sure.
Definitely. Yeah.
Lost to Sporting in Dortmund, both away games. Drew 0-0s. Inter Milan and Marseille.
With that. I didn't score.
And 4 wins in total. Some good results.
I did say that group was the easiest group I've played in. So yeah. I expected to be higher than that, mind you.
Yeah.
So a little bit disappointed, but hey, I got through the semi-final.
What a season, though, it was for this man. 63 in 50 games.
63 goals at
goals.
22.
Jesus. Now, milestones, are we seeing anything? Not quite yet. However, he did win. Now, this is quite a thing. The European Men's Player of the Year. Not young player. Men's Player of the Year. He's finished above Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe. That means diddly squat in terms of the Balon d'Or.
Yeah.
We all know it is completely corrupt, even on Football Manager. Whoever you normally want to win it, it's sometimes impossible for them to win it. But that is a good sign of things to come, that he is being recognised as a world-class player.
Ready for scoring 63 goals. I mean, come on.
So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how this changes in terms of milestones, whether there's going to be a bigger award there in the next coming years. But 63 goals this season. What a season he had.
Yeah.
Indeed. Ajax have minus £19 million to spend, despite having an incredible
It's getting harder now because
League.
I haven't got the players that I feel that, they're like what I call dead wood, and I can get rid of them quite easily. I'm getting rid of your first team players now. And like I said earlier, I've got to be buying better players, so I need the money to do that.
The transfer debt's in the positive.
Yeah.
You got 194 million. Why aren't they giving you any money? This is very bizarre. But I'm intrigued.
They're making me work for it.
He's still here. Oh, he's finally retiring.
I couldn't sell him. I couldn't get rid of him.
He made 4 appearances off the bench. Jordan Henderson is finally retiring. What a career he's had.
I'll give him a pair for leaving.
Yeah, fair enough. On 37 grand a week. All right, season number 6. More players have bit the dust, and I'm surprised by this one. You had a lot of things to say about Gabri Vega.
Yes, I did, yeah.
About him sticking around.
But at the end of the day, you can only sell the players that other teams want. And if someone comes in and I need money to do what I want to do, Saudi Arabia team come in again, they're offering the money, they're offering the wages.
Yeah.
You're upsetting a player by saying
Didn't play that many games,
no,
to
he
be
didn't.
fair.
So,
James McAtee kept them out the side by the looks of it.
So I had to let him go, I'm afraid.
So he's left. There has been some other names as well. Peter Ratkoff, £27 million. He had some cracking seasons in an Ajax shirt.
But we could see that I wasn't
joined.
using him, so
No.
it was obviously he was going to be one of the players that go as well.
Owen Vindal also left, £11 million, the left back. Kenneth Taylor, £24 million, a good centre midfielder, gone as well. And there was more, £22 million there. We've got a couple of names that I don't recognise. Are they new gens? They are new gens. So this guy here, Richard Christian, came through the youth academy as an English player, which means obviously it's affected by your nationality at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's gone to Chelsea there, so they rate him quite highly. But some huge money was spent this summer. Now, we got a couple of free transfers as well. Noah Okafor being one of them, free transfer. Good free transfer as well. He's a decent-looking player.
Yeah.
Lucas Paqueta from West Ham, 31. Not bad
solid.
for a freebie,
I've lost a couple of midfield players, so getting him in, all right, he's 31, but like you say, he's on a freebie. Oh, he's got it all for us, really, hasn't he?
Simon Pafundi from Udinese, £14 million. That's a better centre attacking midfielder.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's an improvement.
Yeah, absolutely. And then this is where the money was really spent. Now, a couple of other free transfers, including Garnacho.
Yeah.
Wow, you don't normally see him come up on a free.
No, you don't, do you?
Hasn't really developed.
No,
They not played him at all.
No, they didn't play him at all. So when he came up as a free, I thought I'm jumping all over that.
Yeah.
As I say. So
Who is
I've
that
got him
manager? It is Ruben Amorim, but that is quite surprising, you know. I don't think you had this. Oh, maybe you did. Maybe you did have the database when it was Ruben Amorim. I don't think you did, but fair enough. I thought you started this before he was announced as manager, which meant he wouldn't have been there, but he's still the manager. He's still there. He's doing all right. Franjo Ivanovic was another free transfer as well. Another striker. Sorry, mate. You ain't going to get much game time. No. You've just ended your career very much.
I've got him in and free. I'm knowing they're going to sell him next season for 20 million. There's an easy 20 million in it.
All right, well, let's look at the signings that you did make for money. Andy Bernard. That's funny because Andy Bernard is the name of a US office character. So that's hilarious. He's from Luxembourg, though. So you don't see that often. £2.5 million.
I think that's another one I can make money on next season a little bit, probably, yeah.
Okay, Fred Lumanza. He isn't in US office, all right. He hasn't, not those names. He's good, though. Got a bit of potential.
Yeah, he's only,
ready for the B team.
19, right? The B team, try and get a bit of experience for him. He could be coming good for the next 2 seasons' time. Yeah,
but Frimpong is the main guy. £68 million for a world-class right back.
Yeah, I mean, my back four now is just so good.
Let's look at it. Oh, we've changed tactic. Of course we have.
Of course we have. Like I said back along, when I get these strikers in, I'm silly not to use them, aren't I? So there we go.
As you said, the back four is looking really strong.
Yes.
Lopo is now your #1 goalkeeper just naturally anyway after he's had a couple of... was it a couple or one season that he's been there? 1 season. So he is now the #1.
Got 2 in the DM as well. They're 2 strong players there for me as well. Look.
Naipan's development looks great.
Look.
Shatard is still looking good at age 26. Profundi in behind a front 3. You nailed Esposito in on the left-hand side there. Good God, he looks great, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Milestones again, we can see. Nothing as of yet. Will that change going into this season? Well, schedule. Won every single game so far, and he's banging in the goals as well. He's got 10 in 6.
3 up front, and he's got 10.
He's got 10 himself.
Look at the goals I'm scoring, though.
Yeah.
Demolishing everybody around me at the moment.
Okay, so the Champions League fixtures. You've got Benfica to begin with that we can see there. We've got Real Madrid right after at the Bernabeu as well.
It's going to be a tester for me, that one is.
Yeah.
Milan.
Couple of Italian clubs.
I've got Milan at home, so I'm all right. I'm happy with that. Juventus at home. So I feel that the games I need at home to get me through, I've got them, apart from the Real Madrid game, really. The rest of the games, I feel I can win.
All right, confidence as we go into season number 6. Let's see what happens. Well, it's another league title with 93 points.
No one near me.
Huge amount of points there. Only losing 1 game away to PSV. Didn't score in that one. Also didn't score against AZ Alkmaar. I'll be disappointed, are you? 127 goals scored, only 37 conceded. Huge amount. Huge amount, 24
Demolish
points.
The league. Demolish the league.
This is the domination that everybody is familiar with here at TBC.
I mean, with free, that's my favourite tactic, free up front.
Yeah.
If I can get the strikers to do it, I will play it every single time. When I know I've got like 4 really good strikers, I'll play it. I'll go for it.
Yeah.
And that's what happens.
He's still scoring 33 goals.
Yeah.
But look who's there with 18. It's his brother. He's also benefiting from it. 18 goals. He's having a good time.
I'm going to look at the average rating. Have you seen how many players on the average rating?
Dominated the average rating. The top 5 players. Then it's 6th, which is PSV. Then the next 2 is also Ajax players. Out of the top 10, only 2 of them aren't one of your players. So really impressive stuff. Jeremy Frimpong with an average rating of 8 when he's played 29 games is pretty mental, I must say. That is rather impressive.
Yeah.
Lopo only got 12 clean sheets, but the development is definitely there. You can see that, age 20 years old.
Yeah.
So
really
really
often
good.
you get a keeper that young, that good.
No, absolutely. Let's see, though, other competitions. How did you get on a semi-final finish last year? We were 1 game away from a treble.
Couldn't believe it.
Real Madrid again.
Yeah.
Real Madrid again.
I mean, to win the best cup in the world, you've got to beat the best.
Yeah.
I'll come second.
Francesco Pio Esposito only got a 6.3. His brother turned up in the final,
Yeah.
which was held in Rome. Bellingham got 2 and Naipan unfortunately got an own goal. But wow, getting there to begin with.
It goes as a semi-final last season, final this season.
Yeah.
I'm there or thereabouts now. What do I need now? Is it 1 or 2 players? I think that's all I need.
Yeah. Ajax knocking out Tottenham Hotspur again in the semi-final of the Champions League. Quarter-final. Arsenal, both North London clubs. Round of 6. Bayern Munich, 9-3.
6-0 in one leg.
Jesus. Knockout playoff round. Didn't play in it, and that's because the first time you finish in the top 8.
That's where I should have been. I said that was, get those games out of the way and I should go it through.
9-2 you lost, though, against Real Madrid. They were rubbing their hands together when they seen you in the final. Drew 2 games against the 2 that I thought you'd beat, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Copenhagen Rangers at home. That's worrying, that is. But 5 wins, 2 against the Italian giants of AC Milan and Juventus.
Yes. Very pleased with that.
Very good.
Good season, I felt. Got to the final. Just finished on a downer, really. Almost there.
Almost there. But it is 3 in a row for the Dutch Cup. It was a tougher one this time round. It was an extra time win against Feyenoord, knocking out Telstar in the semi-final. So you had the tough round in the actual final itself. But, I mean, looking at this, it was very impressive in terms of how you actually did. You have a 13-2 Eredivisie win against Groningen there. That's disgusting.
I'm sorry about that, lads.
Yeah. Francesco didn't even play in the game.
No.
It was his brother who got a hat-trick. Francesco wasn't even there.
I'll give him a rest.
So there we go. Overall, a cracking season. Just gutting because you almost did it.
Yeah.
You actually locked in Sebastiano on the left-hand side. I thought it was Francesco, but it was Sebastiano who you locked in and did very well, getting 18 goals.
It paid me off, didn't it?
Yeah. His brother still got 45 in 42 starts with 15 assists. And notice how when his brother's playing, he gets more assists.
Oh, just about to say that. He don't normally... It's any assist at all. It's like 1 or 2s or 3s, wasn't it? It was 15 or 12
12 in the league this time round. That's,
he was helping his brother out when he goals.
That's funny, that, isn't it?
Hey, but he's a lot happier now, though.
Yeah, and he also doesn't dive into tackles, so he's not that type of guy. Anyway, let's look at the milestones and check it this year round. He's done it! The Balon d'Or! I can't believe it!
He had to with a season like that, though, didn't he?
I mean, yeah, it was a great season.
63 goals last season.
I've been trying to win Balon d'Ors with a lot of different players on this game this year, and it has been so hard, especially with a striker. But he has done it.
I think getting into the final, all right, no, the semi-final that was, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a semi-final.
So getting so close to winning the final, I think we won the league and the cup and scoring 63 goals. You can see why.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
He definitely deserved it. It's just getting it. But, I mean, he was also the FIFA Pro player, the FIFA Best Men's player. He won everything there was to win individually in that season. And that is one challenge knocked off.
I nearly had both of them in one season.
So close to getting it in one season, which would have only been 6 seasons. Now, in season number 7, you have been given a positive budget.
Give me a little bit more.
It ain't crap, but... Still, £190 million in the overall budget. The debts and loans, we're all cleared. It's shocking that I'm not giving you anything.
The good thing is, really, even though I've spent quite a bit of money on buying some of these players, and I picked up a few of them, good ones as well, I haven't put the club in debt for doing it.
No.
And when you see we're a team I've got now, so be that, I'm really pleased with this,
that
really.
in the bank.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, season number 7 then. We've got 1 trophy down, 1 to win. Okay, more players have left the club, some coming in for about £26 million. Okafor, who had 1 year here on a free transfer, scored 17 goals and goes to Saudi Arabia for 26.
It's Saudi Arabia, the team, the country that pays the money, innit?
Yeah,
and they pay the
that's
wages,
it.
so, yeah.
Another £85 million bringing in leaving Jarrell Hatto. James McAtee also going, but there's some huge names coming in. Starting off with a free transfer in Kasuno.
Yeah, I'm pleased with this. Another
Not
centre
bad.
back.
4-star. I mean,
Yeah.
physically and mentally, fantastic. And he's in his prime on a free transfer. Very good deal.
It makes my defence absolutely solid now. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not conceding many goals anyway, but when you got players like that, it could be
Come in as
they
a
could-
backup.
Yeah, they could be sat on the bench.
Yeah.
Oh, what a player this guy could
For
be.
rotational purposes,
Yes.
it ain't bad.
Yeah.
But somehow, even though you had no budget whatsoever, you still managed to spend £149 million. And look at the names coming in.
This is the guy.
Endrick.
When I was saying to you, I've got 1 or 2 players that I probably need just to sort of push me over the line. This guy's the one.
Endrick coming in from
I mean,
Real Madrid.
I've probably now got the best 2 strikers in the world.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I mean, Kamada, who is obviously a new guy coming into the game because of the update, in real life scoring a lot of goals for AC Milan's youth team.
Yeah.
At 21, coming in as a backup striker is not bad either.
He looks good
That's
as
not
well,
bad
doesn't
at
he?
all.
That
I mean,
is-
£60
this is
million
frightening.
is might be overpaying for what he looks like here. But, I mean, they haven't really used him. He is fantastic on the update you can get on fminside.net. The likes of him, Cristiano Ronaldo Jr., Chibi Obi Martin is all in the game database. There's some more names as well. And then finally, Mohamed Simakan as a free transfer, 29-year-old, again, centre-back, right-back, gives you a lot of options in those roles.
Definitely, yeah.
Tactically then, we're locking in Kamada on the right-hand side. Brave.
Well, the other 2's going to pick themselves, I believe.
Yeah, Esposito brothers, potentially. Francisco Pio actually would go into there.
Yeah.
Okay, which might not mean a lot of goals, but he has already won the Balon d'Or.
Yeah.
That's his individual task done.
I put him there because the other 2 on the either side of him, I wanted them in the team.
Yeah.
So he fitted into that position. They're a little bit better, allowing the other 2 to play in the other positions, really.
Yeah, I mean, he's a 4.5-star role in terms of the defensive or deep line forward because he can pretty much do a lot of different roles, as you can see there.
And it still gives him that gap to be running into it and banging in goals as well for me. So
yeah,
it's
absolutely.
a gamble. I must admit, it was a gamble for me doing it, but I felt with the 2 I had on the either side of him as well, they're going to score an hatful of goals each.
Yeah.
So this guy's just got to do half of what he done last season. We'll win the league easily again, I think.
Absolutely. And as I can see as well, we've got a new contract.
Yeah, I was getting a bit worried again. Teams were sniffing around him again.
500 million release clause now.
I was just making sure no one's going to buy this guy off me.
Yeah, funny how he's like really happy to be here now.
Yeah.
Just a few seasons, his brother joins.
There you go, see?
So there we go.
Sometimes you overthink things, don't you?
Yeah.
And you're trying to find other ways of getting around it. I just think, get the family in. Get them in.
Looking back on it, it was a genius decision.
Yeah, I bought a house for his mum and dad. They live in the same country now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy.
They love the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Huge fans. Don't know what Salvatore's doing, but he needs to come to this club.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm curious, actually. What is Salvatore doing? Favourite personnel is brothers and you. He's like a
See?
father figure
There
to
we
me.
go, see?
He's a father figure. His brother's at Sassuolo, just wondering what would have been if he decided to go to Ajax instead.
There you go,
But
see?
there we go. Instead, he is in the Serie A,
He's the black
not winning
sheep of the
anything.
family.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's the failure.
Yeah.
You're only playing at Sassuolo. You're not
Oh,
winning the Dutch Eredivisie Cup every single year.
Get into
with
the
your 2
finals of the
brothers.
Champions League.
Yeah. So that was actually a really masterful decision to bring his brother in. That seems to have paid off. Just like it would be for you if you decided to press that subscribe button. If you haven't done so yet, 50% of the people who watch my videos haven't subscribed. That is disgusting.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? Dad will come round and beat you up unless you press that. He won't.
I'll bring my mate with me then.
Yeah. I ain't going with you. Anyway, schedule. Let's see. It's all wins again.
Yes.
Although you had a very worrying friendly thing there
Yeah,
where you
I
just
did.
failed
I
to
did
win
a
every
bit,
single
yeah.
one. And in the FIFA Club World Cup, people always ask about it. Got to the semi-final, not too bad. Actually, he beat Real Madrid along the way after extra time, considering they beat you 9-2 at some point. Not bad, is it? But if we're looking at the games in terms of the start of this season, you've played 4, 1-4, and you won the Super Cup 5-0. So it's a great start to this season as we look to lift the Champions League. And here is your fixtures. That is your easiest one yet, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chelsea and Arsenal, the two hard
Chelsea and Arsenal are
ones.
the two hard teams. The rest of them, I should be.
Leipzig, which could be tricky.
But I'm at home.
Yeah.
That's the main thing with there. I feel that I should definitely go away there.
I agree.
And be quite high in the group.
Season number 7 then. Let's see what happens. All right, season number 7, and we are title winners again. Losing 2 games, drawing 1.
By a long way as well.
Yeah, huge amount.
No one get anywhere near me.
Lost to Fortuna Sittard and Utrecht.
You're looking at them thinking, who?
Drew to Willem too, which, yeah, I didn't lose or drop any points to the big teams.
So I scored in every game there by the looks of it as well, didn't
Yeah.
I? Yeah.
PSV finished in 7th, but they have Europa League. Is that because they won the Dutch Cup? I wonder.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's see.
Look how many goals I scored as well.
Yeah, 120. Speaking of then, who was the top scorer? Who won the Golden Boot? Did he win it again? No. Ooh.
The only thing I'm going to say with that is Hendricks there as well. So we were sharing the goals then. I mean, the other side, average ratings, loads of them were there again.
Kamada and Gori's up there.
So I was sharing the goals around as well.
One more goal from this man.
I did say it was a gamble by moving him into that position, didn't I? He wasn't playing in his favourite position, so it was a bit of a gamble. I've won the league by a lot.
Yeah.
So if you look at it league-wise, it wasn't a gamble. I won the league, probably the easiest I've won all the leagues.
Yeah.
So, has the gamble paid off? Because I'm only chasing 1 cup.
That's right.
I'm only chasing 1 cup.
Xavier Lobo did get the most clean sheets. He's looking fantastic now.
He's probably one of my best signings I've had as well.
I agree. Yeah.
Be that good at 21.
Yeah. Him and his brother.
Yeah. It's all about that little gamble in it. That season, that first season I played in.
Locking him in.
I knew I had that good front 4 in front of him.
Yeah.
And it helped him, obviously, and bang, he just come through.
He's very good indeed.
Yes.
All right, then. Competition page, though. Have we done it this season? Has it took only 7 seasons? It has! Oh, what a win as well. 5-1 in the final. Boom. Esposito scored 4.
Hey, the gamble paid off.
Capped it off.
The gamble paid off. The boy come through.
He got 4 goals. It was a lovely time. Runners up in the Dutch Cup. Got absolutely stuffed. But we can ignore that.
Yes.
Because in the Champions League, the challenge has been complete. Knocked out Liverpool in the semi-final. Quarter-final knocking out Inter Milan. That was a close one. That was an entertaining quarter-final for sure. Round of 16, Real Madrid. I was hoping Real Madrid would be one of those clubs. Just to say you've done it, and you knocked them out on the way.
I beat Real Madrid and I beat Liverpool.
Yeah, the 2 of the best.
Yes.
Knockout playoff round, you were in it. Juventus. So you had the easiest league phase.
Yeah.
And you finished, 9th
Just
place.
behind it. So I was only just behind it.
Lost
Same
to Monaco
point
and
as Chelsea.
Drew to Arsenal and won 5. But it doesn't matter because the final was won by Ajax.
And
the
one player
Esposito,
we based it on scored 4 goals.
Yeah, the team
You
that
couldn't
you
ask for
built
no
it,
more.
well, the man that you built the team around, 34 goals, Francesco Pio Esposito. Well done, Dad. Challenge complete.
Well done to this lad. This was all it was all about, wasn't it?
Absolutely. He's done amazingly.
You can understand why whenever I start a challenge, I always try and get him in if I can afford him. I'll go for him.
He was runner-up the Balon d'Or this year. Wow. Interesting. Well, the save game file will be available to anybody who would like to download it. Maybe it's because you want to pinch Dad's weird and wonderful tactic.
Just look at that team.
But of course,
If
it's
it was ice cream,
also
it'd be my favourite ice cream. That would be.
It's also there if you want to continue this story.
You've got to take it on.
See what you can do with Pio Esposito. Maybe, of course, another Balon d'Or is in the cards when you get to November this season after winning the Champions League and scoring 4 in the final. That could be something to see. Because he's only 23. The career ahead of him is still a long one. So maybe you want to take on that challenge.
He still gets better, I reckon. 2 seasons, 3 seasons time, he could be at his peak.
You could. So that is on patreon.com/MegaLuke Gaming or on the YouTube channel memberships. And if you join the channel memberships, you also get access to early videos. A lot of the time, we get the videos back quite soon from when we actually plan to upload them, and I just stick them up there for channel members for you to watch before anybody else. So that's another benefit for the YouTube channel membership pages. But thank you very much for watching. In terms of if you've got nothing to watch now, boy, have we got a suggestion for you, because the Youth to Gold full movie is out, not to mention, of course, episode 1 of the Race to the Super League. So I'll stick both those videos up on screen for you right now.